This episode is called Get to Know Dr. Masaki Matsubara, an 18th generation Rinzai Zen priest. So let me start by introducing you by reading your bio. Masaki Matsubara earned a Ph.D. in Asian religions from Cornell University. He taught at the Department of Religious Studies at UC Berkeley and was the BDK Fellow at the Ho Center for Buddhist Studies at Stanford University. He is now a visiting scholar in the East Asia program at Cornell and also a visiting lecturer at the Contemplative Studies at Brown University. Moreover, he serves as a visiting professor at Interfaculty Initiative in Information Studies at the University of Tokyo. He is also the abbot of the Zen temple Butsumoji in Chiba Prefecture, Japan. He currently resides in New York City. So welcome and thank you for being with us here today.
Hello.
Well, many Rissho Kosei-kai members here in the United States know you through the many online Dharma talks that you have given in collaboration with Arkina. And many of us are huge fans of yours. And so I'm curious to know when and where this relationship with RK began. You could say that we're different sects. You're Zen and Rissho Kosei-kai is like a contemporary Japanese Buddhism. So yeah, can you speak on that?
Okay, thank you very much for asking such a good question. My relationship with Rissho Kosei-kai, if I think about, probably going back to my childhood. I mean, when I recognized I was close to Rissho Kosei-kai members. What I mean by this is two things. One is my grandfather, Taido Matsubara, and my father, Tetsuaki Matsubara, had wonderful opportunities to publish their books from Rissho Kosei-kai publisher, Kosei Shuppansha. So many members from Kosei Shuppansha, Kosei publisher, came to Ryugenji to pick up their writings. Because at that time there's no internet, right? There's no email. So they came to Ryugenji, which is my family temple. I was born and grew up. And so, and then they are eating lunch or dinner together. Sometimes they have a little bit sake together. I saw that image. I always remember that image. And then they are talking about coming the books, the content of the books. And yeah, that is the one thing. The second thing is, I think that was when I was university student. It was an opportunity of inauguration ceremony of Niwano Nichiko Kaicho. My grandfather was invited to the ceremony, and my father as well, but they were not able to make it to attend the ceremony. Then the funny story is they asked my mother to join, and but my mother was kind of shy, and then she was not the person to go out, so like publicly. So she was very hesitated to join. あら、もう恥ずかしいわ、恥ずかしいわ, something like that. And then we have two spots, so my mom was inviting me to go together as well.
Oh, wow. So you went with your mother to Rissho Kosei-kai's the new president Nikkyo Niwano's inauguration.
Yes, yes,
Oh,
yes. Mm,
wow. Okay. So that's how you have the relationship with Rissho Kosei-kai.
yes, I think that is a first time for me to enter Daiseido.
Well, let's see. Well, okay, so I'm gonna jump around and ask
Mm,
another question. So you were born into a family of a long history of Rinzai Zen priests,
mm,
18th generation. Wow, that's amazing.
mm.
Um, were you expected to follow in their footsteps and become a priest? And how did you think about your situation?
Mm, that's also good question. Um, I have mm, I have three siblings
Oh, okay.
and two brothers, older and younger, and I'm the middle. And
Oh,
so, in a sense, I was not so I didn't have so much pressure to become a successor of my family temple in Tokyo, Ryugenji. And I'm sure my older brother, uh, mm, he had some sort of strong, I mean, heavy pressure.
mm,
But younger brother, I think he liked being Zen priest since he was young. So I'm not surprised he also became a Zen priest.
mm.
And so, but my grandparents, my parents, nobody, nobody did give us any pressure.
Mm.
They are always saying, with their respect, do your own thing. Choose your own life. And so for me, it's not difficult to become Zen priest in that sense.
Oh, wow. So all so three all of you became
Hmm.
them priests?
Yes, now, yes.
Oh, okay.
My older brother became the successor in the end, and then younger brother now he has his own temple in Totsuka, close to Yokohama or close to Kamakura, in Kanagawa Prefecture. And then now I have my own temple. So
Oh, wow. But you have
mm.
a temple here in the United States too. Do you have a
No,
temple in?
no, 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 no. I don't have my own temple in the United States. Uh, I'm I'm helping out to teach uh, their practitioners
Mhm,
how to chant
mhm,
and how to conduct funerals. Mm,
mhm.
I mean, traditional Japanese funerals, those kind of things. Also, I have public zazen meetings
Mhm.
at the temple. So
Oh, okay. So are the Zen priests that you teach are they're American?
yes, they
Yeah.
are Americans. Yeah, and they they said they didn't have enough trainings to training about how to chant,
Mhm.
how to conduct official ceremonies, those kind those kind of things.
Oh, I see. Well, I heard that your father and your grandfather were big influences on you. And so I was wondering if you can share maybe a fond memory or something that, maybe a lesson that they taught you that you keep close to your hearts.
Mm. I mean, to be honest with you, there are a lot of memories.
Hmm.
It's very hard to choose this and that. But um, since after I came to the United States, um, so first time I came to the United States, it was 1999, and grandfather was close to 100, I think.
Oh, wow.
Mhm. Maybe I need to calculate, but um, each time each time I came back from New York, I mean the U.S. to Ryugenji, he always asked me to come to his study room, and he said, "So, what did you learn?" Mm. He always said, probably he was close to, 100, but still he want to learn something. And he said, what did you learn? And then I was thinking, right? Then he said before me, 僕はね, so I learned recently this and that. So it was a very intimate experience about my grandfather. Mm. And my about my father, I think it goes back to 1995. It was when I graduated from university, and I was in the middle of my decision if I go to a monastery or not.
Oh.
And the Japanese university graduation is usually mid March, middle of March, and then Japanese calendar New Year starts from April, right? So for about 10 days or so, I had to decide really, I need to make a final decision about if I go to a monastery or not. And then I asked him, should I go to the monastery? What is your advice? But he didn't say anything. It's not one time. And I was always asking him whenever I saw him, but he didn't say anything. He always said, decide you, by yourself. And finally he said, it is your life. It is your life. I don't want to take any responsibility for that. Mm. And your life and your choice. And and then I thought, you are my father, you're supposed to say something. And you have to give me some advice. Good advice. But his response was completely opposite. And then I'm kind of becoming like crazy, like I'm so becoming down. And what should I do really? Maybe I should go to the monastery for 1 year, then I should get the, I mean, normal job, regular job, or maybe I should get a job for a year, then after that I should go to a monastery or not. More, I was thinking many possible plans. Then one night he said to me suddenly, "What are you thinking?" And you don't know the answer, right? And this, no, I don't have answer. And he said, "Do you know why you don't know the answer?" I said, "Of course, no." And he said, "Because you haven't done anything yet. You need to do something first. Make an action, do something. Then you have an experience. Then that experience can teach you or guide you. Don't don't just think. Nothing produced. Just do it first. Anything is fine, just do it. That is most important thing." That is my strong memory about my father.
Wow. That's a I'm gonna do that to my kids. I'm gonna tell I'm gonna tell my kids that. I'll try. Oh wow, thank you for sharing that. Wow. And so you decided to go into the monastery, but well, you're born and raised in Japan.
Yes.
How do you know, I mean, how do you speak English so well? And how did you end up practicing Buddhism here in the United States?
So after graduation, I went to a monastery, and then it was 1999. I left the monastery, and I entered my family temple Ryugenji in Tokyo. And at that time, the late professor, also Catholic priest at Sophia University in Japan, located in Yotsuya, close to Yotsuya Station in Tokyo, Kadowaki Kakichi sensei, uh, he suddenly called me and he said, are you interested in walking a Catholic pilgrimage in Spain? And that is a Compostela, Camino de Compostela. And he said 1999 was the 450th anniversary of uh, of the introduction of the Christianity to Japan.
Oh, wow.
So Compostela in Spain was asking Kadowaki Sensei to do something to celebrate that anniversary. Then Kadowaki Sensei produced the idea.
Mhm.
Then monks walking on a Catholic pilgrimage. That activity symbolizes the coexistence between the East and West spirituality.
Wow.
And I went to Spain, Compostela, and then I think more than 800 kilometer. So let's say from in Japan, from Tokyo to, let's say, Okayama area, we walked in 21 days. And then on the journey to the goal, I saw, we encountered many people on the path to the Compostela, and they are asking me many things about Buddhism, Japanese Buddhism, or Zen. And interesting is I found myself who could not enough answer to their questions. And I thought, wait a minute, Masaki, you were born and grew up in a temple, Zen temple, and you went to a Zen monastery. You're supposed to know everything, right? But in reality, I couldn't answer everything on the journey. Then, I mean, it's a long story, so I try to, make it shorter. So then I recognize, I have to, step back from the tradition where I was born and grew up. Then I need to study Buddhism or Zen objectively, if I say, from outside the tradition. Then, how can I do that? And I have to get out Japan. That is the only choice. And where should I go? Then I chose the United States. Why United States? Because my grandfather and father went to India and China so many times. So if I go to study Buddhism in China or India, many people say, you are doing the same thing your parents did, your grandparents did, right? So I wanted to do something different. I wanted to do something different from them. I tried to make a difference. Then I chose the United States.
Oh, wow.
Then, yeah, English version. Then I entered intensive English program at Cornell. We don't have it anymore right now, but 1999, 2000, still Cornell has intensive English program. And I studied 1 year there in English. And then when I decided to go back to Japan after 1 year, I just wanted to know who was teaching, Buddhism or Zen or Japanese religions at Cornell. And then I sent an email. I still remember I sent an email, and then immediately I got email back. And her name is Professor Jane Marie Lowe. Still, we are good friends, / advisor, / my second mother. And then that is the beginning of my graduate student life in the United States.
So how does that connect to your practice and teaching here today? How does that lead you? Did you have did you realize, oh, I gotta teach, I gotta practice in America, or did you did a light bulb go off, or?
No, this is my memory. My grandfather and father always saying, not just not just studying Buddhism or Zen, but also you have to practice. You have to always good, not either one, not either one, not just practicing, not just studying. You have to have a good balance between, you know, practicing Buddhism and studying Buddhism. So that is my strong memory from them.
Mhm.
So after graduation from Cornell, it was very natural to look for a way to practice in the United States. Mm. So, and also my teacher at my monastery, he said always there must be 事実実際 in Japanese. 事実実際, so probably factual, practical, or realistic. What I want to say is Zen practice or Zen or Buddhism must be based on our everyday life. If our practice and teaching are away from or completely different from our everyday life, we are not really using Buddhism or studying Buddhism. So that's why, to me, it is very normal to practice in the United States as well. Mm,
Yeah, that's I think in the United States we study a lot academically,
mm,
a lot of Buddhism, but we so it's and I think it's recently that many people try to meditate more in
mm,
their daily life, but yeah, it is very difficult to incorporate the teachings into daily life.
mm,
But I guess your way of incorporating it is to become a Buddhist teacher here in the United States to
mm.
spread the teachings of Buddhism. Is that correct, or what is your take?
Yeah, definitely. Yeah, definitely. I want to spread out the idea, Buddhism and everyday life, and how to live,
Mhm.
how to elevate, how to enhance the quality of our everyday life or our life, and what we can learn, how we can do that through the practice of or teaching of Buddhism. So I think that way makes, how do I say, kind of the, let's say, barriers among other religions. If we say, this is Buddhism, this is how we understand in Buddhism, to other religious audience who don't know about the Buddha, or who don't know anything about Shakyamuni. And if we say, this is Buddhism, this is how we understand, because this is the Buddhist teaching and practice. That way, we can easily make barriers to others. But how to live, how to elevate, enhance the quality of life, I think that is everyone's interest, right? Everyone want to know how to do it. How can I do it? Then we can give them a special lens, which is Buddhist lens. Why don't you use this Buddhist lens? How about this? And how about this? How about this? That is, and then that doing so is very fun as well. So that is what I'm doing.
Would you think that is your personal like life's mission? What would that as would you say your life's mission is what?
I have two things at this moment. One is I try to make a small contribution to not spread out Buddhism, but rather I will say to think about or look for a better way of how we live together. In the end of the day, the way I will teach is Buddhist. What's it? So I'm not pushing my Zen part or Buddhist part in front. Whatever I say, whatever I do, that is Buddhist. That is Zen automatically. So I'm not worried about that. But rather, probably I'm looking for a way, better way of how we can live together. And how to enhance, elevate the quality of life or everyday life. And then I can make a small contribution to do that to people in the world. And we want to have some sort of connections, kind of Sangha.
The World Sangha?
Sangha, yeah. So my mission would be. So second mission is my nationality is Japanese. So I'm always thinking how I can amalgamate between Japan and the US through Buddhism. I had a wonderful goen, and I'm here right now. But I was born and grew up in Tokyo, in Japan. And I supposed to go back to Japan after studying English at Cornell for 1 year, but I don't know. Now I have a family here. Life is so interesting, right? And my mother was already gave up. Masaki will never come back. You told, she said, I told her, after 1 year I would go back to Japan, but 2025 spring, still I'm here. But I'm always thinking how I can bridge between Japan and US. Mm, that is a spiritual connection or educational connection or cultural connection or intellectual connection, whatever. I want to cultivate uh, some sort of soft power, soft power by intellectual, cultural practice or exchange between the US and Japan through Buddhism.
That sounds wonderful. Yeah. Oh, yeah. I think today from listening to you speak,
Mm,
it helped me. It reminded me of like the importance of how to live
mm,
and how universal that concept is.
mm, mm,
And your way of teaching Buddhism is to teach through that
mm,
method
mm,
and to connect with people sort of in a just heart to heart
mm,
connection. So yeah, and that would be the same goal as Rissho Kosei-kai member myself, to
mm,
be able to interact with people on that real human to human level. So today, I through your sharing of your life, I was able to receive that kind of message. Yeah.
happy to hear that. That is my message. Yeah.
So, well, I just want to thank you very much for your time today and for sharing a lot about yourself. I think many of us learned many new things about you and about your family and your cause. And so I like to thank you once again, and we look forward to hearing more Dharma talks to help illuminate all of us out here.
Thank you very much for today. Thank you for inviting me.
Thank you so much.